guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back for the ones who've already watched before. I'm Shy, also known as Cheyenne. So in this video today, I would like to talk about my first time doing Lent and fasting. My very first time. So Lent is something that a lot of Christians do that represents the 40 days Jesus had fasted before his crucifixion. So Jesus, he fasted from food and water and for a period of 40 days. So throughout his fasting, Jesus was tested and tempted a whole lot by the devil. But it all ends up with a great blessing. Jesus, he didn't stay dead. He rose the third day later after being crucified. Period. He did it for my sins. It's crazy, right? He did it for all of our sins, and it's just amazing thinking about it, because once we die, we can have eternal life if we believe in his son, Jesus Christ. God's son, Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I decided to fast because, let me wind it back. So growing up, my family never really fasted. My church really never talked about doing Lent or anything. I'm from a Baptist church, so I know it's more towards like Catholics, but Christianity can be several different churches in Christianity. But that's a whole nother discussion. But yes, I'm from a Baptist church, so the practice of Lent was never really a big thing. So my mother never did it. Even after my journey doing Lent, she's even taken in consideration of doing it next year. And I asked her why she never has. She said she was just scared of all the tests and temptations, because she knows how the devil will try to get you. So I just want to say, if I get emotional in this video, or if I end up crying, I might end up cropping it out. But it's basically tears of joy and happiness from all the blessings I received. So I wanted to do this because I wanted to get closer with God. And I've always known God. I always talked with him. But since I've been in college, I've kind of been like on and off. But this year, whew, this is it. Man, my relationship with him has grown so much when it comes to praying, trying to read my word. I just want to get to know him more. But so I made a list of all the tests that I've faced and temptations that I faced through this period of 40 days. And I also made a list of all the blessings I received. And I just want to share with y'all those things, because if you ever consider fasting for something that you feel like you need or want, just go for it. Like, it's nothing harmful, you know? What am I fasting from? Okay, so you should try to sustain from something that you often loved or use daily. So some people, they fast from social media. Some people fast from eating food like after 5 or 6 p.m. Some people fast from all types of different things. So I decided to do my fast from chocolate. I love chocolate. Chocolate is just great. It's great. So I can sometimes try to eat at least one piece of chocolate a day. And yeah, I know, just bring me joy. So I decided to give up chocolate for 40 days. It's nothing really too big or severe, but that was it. So my first test on day one. First, day one, y'all. Day one. So this girl that's in one of my classes, she's a sweet, quiet, foreign girl. She never really talks to anyone, but we have like a lunch break. I know I said class, it is a class, but it's actually working. So we have like an hour lunch break. So she comes up to me and she's like, would you like some snacks? I'm like, no, I'm okay, I got my lunch. She opens a bag full of Kit Kats. Bag Oh my gosh. Reach right in, grab too. I'm like, thank you, girl. Then I was like, Cheyenne, don't eat this. Like, you just started this journey. This is your first day. So I haven't really eaten for a while during that day. And I was like, all right, I'll pop it in my mouth. And I'm eating both of them. I felt hugely guilty about it. I felt bad because I knew I could have said no thank you again. I could have just said thanks for the offer, but I went ahead and did it. And later that day, I prayed and I asked God to forgive me because I'm doing this for Him. So I started over the very next day. So let's start with this list. This list I have. So I was thinking, like, through this time of fasting, I would just be tempted with trying to eat chocolate. You know, that wasn't even the case, y'all. I didn't even really crave chocolate while I was fasting. But a lot of things going on in my life was trying to get me out of my character of being a Christian. Like, I'm not going into details yet, but people around you would try to push your buttons or just little things like that. So I'm gonna just start with my list, because besides that first day, I really had no other temptations with chocolate. So people around me, some people were very mean, rude, and negative, and I try to be positive, and it's just a thing I've been working on. If you knew me in high school or something, you know I would be one of the first people to snap about something. But I've been working on it. Like, I'm not like that no more. But trying to hold your tongue so people won't see you going off or just flipping out, because that would get them to say, oh, she ain't no Christian. If she can do this, if she can say this and that, and go off on people. So, for instance, I've had a few incidents at my job this past 40 days where some of my coworkers would talk to me rudely, like very rude. And I do this thing now where I just give people a look. Like, I don't even say nothing, I just give them a look. And then sometimes they will apologize, but then they would do it again. And it's the same people. And one day I just had enough. I just talked to my manager. I'm like, I can't deal with this, because if I end up going off, I would be labeled as the crazy black woman, and I would be the one that gets fired, you know? Because they're higher up than me in the position. So I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to leave my job. Like, I'm only here for a couple more months. I don't have time to search for a new job. I've worked at this place for over a year. So, you know, so I prayed and asked God. I'm like, Lord, just touch the people around me, because it's just a lot. I don't want to go off, but you will get pushed. You will get pushed, I'm telling you, to want to go off on people, knowing it's not you. So during these times when people around me would be negative and rude and mean to me, I would tell my family and friends the situation, and they'd be like, Cheyenne, if you don't just go off, like, you need to let them know, like, you ain't playing, da-da-da-da-da. Like, and my mom, she would say that to me. And it's funny because I thought me and my mom kind of switched roles, because I'm usually the one to tell her to go off. Now she's telling me to go off. Like, it's like we switched roles, kind of. But she realized when I was talking to her one day, she was like, Cheyenne, I'm actually testing and tempting you by telling you to do this and do that and say this and that. And she's like, I didn't even realize I was doing that. She was like, you're doing this journey for the Lord, and by me trying to tell you that and to encourage you to do something like that, it's me testing and tempting you. And she was like, she apologized for it, but I didn't even think of it like that at all. Another test of mine. So I've been trying to find an internship since last November. So it's required for me to have an internship at my school in order for me to graduate. And I was looking for one for the summertime so I can live wherever I wanted to practice the field I want to go in, you know, and get that hands-on experience. I've been wanting to go, I don't know where I want to live at this college, so I've been researching places all over. And some companies, they're paid, some are unpaid, some provide housing, some don't help with housing at all. You have to do all that on your own. And I don't come from a rich family, so I was trying to find a place that is paid and helps with housing, but I wasn't going to limit myself because you never know what opportunities can come up. So I've had, I don't even know how many interviews I had, how many applications I applied for. It was just so many, but I kept getting turned down, one after the other. I got one offer, but I ended up turning that down because I thought a better one was gonna come from the interview I had the next day from another company. And I started thinking back like, well, what if I just took that offer that I had? I would be set right now, you know? I would be done searching. But it wasn't really something I wanted to do. So, after getting turned down, like I've been flown to a place for a second round of interviews, got turned down from there. It was getting very discouraging. And I just was praying during this fast, like, God, if it's not in your plan for me, I'm okay. All things will work for my good. I'm okay. Just keep me coming with something. And I would pray, because I tend to get nervous when I interview with people, and I would pray to God, like, Lord, allow them to see something in me that I don't see in myself. Lord, allow me to say the things I want to say without it coming out mumbled or jumbled, and make perfect sense to that company that wants to hire me. So another thing with Lent, you're not supposed to eat meat on Fridays, and I knew that from someone telling me that from like last year, but I didn't know that. So you can eat fish on Fridays though, but no other meats. So no chicken, no red meats, just fish and vegetables, da da da. And I didn't know that. And I feel like only 2 weeks out of the 40 days on Fridays, I had fish of some sort. Like it just totally blew my mind by the time Friday comes to think that I need to eat fish. And I asked God for forgiveness, and it's like I feel He shows so much compassion towards me because you know I'm really trying and I'm doing this for Him, and it's my first time, so I know next year I'll be a whole lot better. So let's just start with these blessings now, y'all. These blessings. So those people I were telling you about that were rude to me, mean to me, some people I haven't even mentioned because it's been so many people around me. They've actually been trying to be nice, and it's scary. Like I'm thinking like, what y'all got up y'all sleeves now? Like it's so scary. They've been talking to me better. I mean, I always try to show respect back, but it's just scary. Like, what y'all trying to do? But yeah. So I was telling y'all about this situation at my job, right? And so, like a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week, my manager, he asked me was I gonna work there again next school year. And I've been there for almost a year and a half. Last semester I didn't work there because I was away in Florence, Italy. But I told him I don't know yet. And he offered me a position to be a student manager next semester. which gets paid way more than I get paid now. And I'm like, did this really just happen? So here's the thing. I'm just a regular crew member. So after a crew member is a crew leader. And then it's the student manager. So you telling me that if I come back next school year, I will jump from being a crew member to a student manager? What? I text my mom. I was like, is this crazy? And she's like, ooh, girl, God is still working. Whew, that's just one. Another thing, I got offered to be in an honor society here on my campus. And that's for having good grades. It comes with many different benefits. Whew. And I have that induction ceremony this Wednesday. And I'm so excited because being in an honor society, and it's one for African Americans, and it's like, wow. It's like a blessing. It opens up many doors for you. So I definitely took the opportunity. Let me tell y'all about this blessing right here. So, like I said, I've been applying for several scholarships, been getting turned down, been applying for internships, getting turned down back to back to back. So I was talking to one of my professors, and she was like, oh, you should apply for this place. I was like, okay, never really looked here, but okay. So I looked up the place. I emailed the lady. She gave me her contact information too. And the lady told me she had one more position left, and she would love to interview me if I was interested. So I interviewed with her. It went very great. She told me she had a couple more interviews and she would let me know. So after that, she texted me that evening, and I didn't want to look at it just yet because I was scared. I was like, I'm having fun with my family right now, because this was during the time I was doing Little Sibs Week with my nieces and nephews. I was like, I'm not gonna look at it right now. I just forget about it and look at it later, because I don't want to get rejection and be down and let them see that I'm down, you know? So I opened up the text, and she offered me a position. And y'all, this position is at Oberlin College, and I will be the costume wardrobe assistant. This internship is paid. This internship provides housing. I will have my own apartment while I'm there for 9 weeks over the summer, helping them out with 3 to 4 different musical or theater productions that the school puts on. I will be working with different people from all over the country. God is working. God is working. But when I first got it, I wasn't even that excited about it for some reason. I don't know, because I wanted to get approval from my professor over our internships. And I was just like, let me see if she says this is okay that I do it. Because it's not in merchandising, it's in costume design or costume wardrobe, which is my minor. And I'm a fashion merchandising student. So I asked her, she was like, oh, I would definitely love that for you. And then she was like, well, maybe you can get a merchandising internship when you come back in the fall or spring. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. So after that, I was still excited. We had mock interviews for a part of our class grade, which means several different other companies come in to interview students just for practice. Some of them are actually looking for interns for the summer or other type of job positions for fall or spring. So I signed up for one place, and then my professor, she suggested me to sign up for another place too. So I had 2 more interviews. Interviews went perfect. They went so good, and like I told y'all, I've been struggling with stuttering and being nervous when it comes to interviewing. Those interviews were so perfect. And let me tell you how God works, right? So I told both of these companies that I already have one for the summer, but if they have any positions open for the fall or spring, both companies told me they have position for the fall and spring. They offered me both a position, y'all. They both offered me a position to come work in their company as an intern for fall or the spring semester when I get back to Kent. It's just so crazy. And I haven't been really sharing this news with anybody besides my mom and my family because I don't know. I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. And my plan is to do one in the fall and one in the spring. That's 3 internships. I'm having experience in all different types of fields. They're 2 totally different companies. They're kind of local to my school, so I can commute back and forth. Oh my gosh, God is just so, he just keeps working. And this video, I just want y'all to know that if y'all keep the faith and keep God number 1 in y'all life, all things can happen. Any and everything can happen. I'm just so lost for words when I think about this. It's an amazing journey. I would definitely consider doing this again next year. You don't even have to just fast for Lent. If you want to do a fast on your own, whether it's for a week or a month, or if it's something that you feel like you need, or you feel like it's something that you really want and you need God to truly bless you, consider fasting from something that you love. Okay, just think about it. It doesn't have to be nothing big. You don't have to give up all your food. It could be something slight. So yeah, thank you for watching. I didn't cry like I said I would. I think I got my crying out on Easter and Good Friday. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for my future videos. Bye.